As leaders in our personal or professional lives, we're oftentimes asked to show strength and resilience, particularly in times of challenge. But one of the things I've also realized is one of the things as a leader I most oftentimes have to also do is balance that out when I need to ask for help. Or said another way, no one can do it for you, but you can't do it alone. Hi everyone, Chris Natzke here with Black Belt Leadership Speaking and Coaching with your Mind of a Champion tip of the week. No one can do it for you, but you can't do it alone. This is a saying that's very popular in the drug and alcohol rehabilitation world, and being an adult child of an alcoholic, it's one that really resonates with my heart. And also, as a leadership coach and someone who is oftentimes find myself really the key piece of my message is to empower others, I really have found that there is a real balance between having that sense of empowerment, that sense of ownership, which is so necessary for each of us to thrive and succeed, but also where we have the opportunities to ask for help and show vulnerability when we need it. You know, several years ago, particularly as I was starting my speaking career, I would oftentimes have multiple talks in one day. And this particular day, I had a breakfast meeting where I was speaking to a group of business leaders in the community. And then I had a luncheon talk that very same day. So I'd given this talk on my Black Belt leadership talk on personal empowerment. And as oftentimes will happen, I'll have a number of people come up and speak to me afterwards. And this one gentleman came up and he said, "Chris, I loved your talk." He said, "But I think you're missing one key point." I said, "Wow, I'd love to hear." He said, "I've been an alcohol and rehabilitation counselor for over 25 years. And he said, your whole message about personal empowerment, I absolutely loved. But he goes, one of the most valuable lessons I've learned is also the importance of asking for help." Wow. I said, man, I hadn't thought about that, but I love that message. And I said, in fact, I have a talk this afternoon. I'm going to incorporate that in my talk if it's okay with you. He, of course, obliged, and I did that. And after the talk, just like it had happened in the morning, a group of people were coming up to speak to me afterwards. But as I was engaging with these audience members, I noticed over the shoulder of one of the people I was talking with, an elderly gentleman that was moving slowly toward us. Now, not only did I notice him because of his short shuffling steps, but I'd also noticed that he had an oxygen tank that he was dragging on, wheeling behind him, as well as tubes in his nose. So finally, this gentleman comes in front of me and he says, "Chris, I loved your talk." He said, "But I need to tell you something." He said, for most of my life, I had it all. I had a great career, a great business, an amazing family, an amazing wife, a tremendous house. But then this happened to me." And he pointed to his nose tubes. And he said, "And then this happened to me. And I learned I needed to ask for help." So my question for you is not only in your places of leadership, but just in your personal life, where do you have the ability or in the opportunity to ask for help? You see, one of my coaches told me years ago, he said, "Chris, you need to understand that 100% strength comes from 100% vulnerability." So I leave you with that message today. Where do you have the opportunity to ask for help where you need it? Not from a sense of weakness, but from a sense of strength. And that being said, if you're looking to have a breakthrough new year coming up, where we're right around the corner from a new year, and you maybe need a little help in terms of putting together a substantive plan that can really launch you forward and lead you to breakthroughs in the new year, I want to let you know about my new online program, which is called Breaking Through to Creating Your Best Year Ever. It's a great course. I've been using this technology for a decade and a half, not only in my own life, but also in the lives of my clients. And I want to share it with you. It's a great way to reflect on the past year, to reframe your challenges as blessings, to initiate putting together a comprehensive plan for the new year, and then integrate it into your personal life. So it's not just something that sits in a drawer, but it's something that's actually a working document that you're using each and every day to move your life ahead. So if you're interested, check that out in the link below. So thanks so much for joining me. Make sure you know that it's okay to ask for help, and we'll see you next time on the Mind of a Champion Tip of the Week.